So, for this episode, I want to talk to you about a couple of things. Now, it is officially is wintertime, and there's snow on the ground, and there's salt everywhere on cars. So, what are your options? So, the first option I was thinking about, and keep in mind that this has a lot to do with cars that are not protected with something like a wax or sealant or even a ceramic coating. And the thing that I was thinking about is you can take your car through a touchless car wash. Now, I will be the first one to admit that I don't really care for touchless car washes, simply based on the fact that in my previous episode, I did mention something along the lines of how it adds a wax additive and how it can severely affect the performance of your ceramic coating. But in this case, like I said, I am talking about vehicles that are not protected overall with a wax sealant or ceramic coating. So kind of keep that in mind. And the only reason why this sounds contrary is because of that reason. But with that being said, I recommend taking it through the touchless car wash for a lot of reasons during this time of the year. And the biggest thing is the car is covered with salt and grime. So if you were to take the car through a touchless car wash, for example, really you're allowing the car to just be cleansed of all those impurities. And on top of that, it will allow for your car to be protected during the wintertime, or at least until the springtime when you can actually get your car professionally detailed. And the reason why it's important to get your car protected in some form or another, actually, let me say that again. So it's important to get your car protected in one way or another because during the wintertime when the snow falls on the vehicle and the next morning you had to go clear the car, believe it or not, in case you haven't noticed in the past, it actually makes snow removal a lot easier. And that's another reason to consider at least going through the touchless car wash a few times to get that top coat of protection. Now, the second thing that you can do, and this I will say will now apply to vehicles that have been protected, particularly if you have a ceramic coating and you're not in a position to take the vehicle to get it detailed. And again, it is wintertime, so as a mobile detailer myself, I don't do this kind of work during this time of the year. But with that being said, as much as I would love to help you out with this, my advice to you is take it to a coin operated car wash bay. And what that would allow you to do is to pretty much do the same thing that you can expect from a touchless car wash, meaning you can clear the car of all the salt and the grime that has accumulated so far, and it's only going to get worse as the season continues. But when you go to a coin operated car wash, the one thing that they have there that would be beneficial to you is the pressure washing system that they have. Now, keep in mind that when I recommend going to a coin operated car wash bay, the number one thing that I want you to get out of this conversation as well is don't use the brushes that they have there. This advice is more so for those who are already familiar with how to detail their own vehicles or how to use something called a no rinse or rinseless wash solution. And while that process may be something I have to talk about in a future video, if you take your car to a coin operated car wash bay, you can pressure wash the grime and the salt away first, and then proceed with the rinseless wash process. And that's going to allow you once again to get through and get by the winter time until we can get the car professionally looked at. So those are two of your options if you're wondering what you can do from now to then during the wintertime before your next detail. So I hope that this information was very useful to you. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below and I'll make sure to get to it as soon as I'm able to. And for now, thank you so much for watching this video and have a good one. Take care.